Welcome to my channel where we talk all things health and wellness pertaining to menopause, fibromyalgia, and lupus. Today we will be talking about menopause. So I am out here on a trail walk with my homegirl V. Tell the folks, hey.
Hi.
V. Alright guys, so we're having a walk and chat, and today we're going to be talking about menopause symptoms, some of the crazy, weird, and funny things that comes about with menopause, and just how we handle them. So this is it's going to be very casual today, and I hope that you enjoy our discussion. So Miss V,
Yes.
let's talk about when you first realized that you were having menopause symptoms.
Woo. Well, when I would cry for no reason, and I thought I was losing my mind. So,
Okay.
I mean, anything made me cry. And so people would say, what's wrong? And I didn't know. So I realized, my doctor let me know that's menopause. So I couldn't control my emotions.
So do you feel like, so when you say cry for no reason, so let's go into a little bit more detail about that.
Okay.
So were those feelings like feelings of depression, or was it just like you could just be having a normal day and then all of a sudden something just came over you and you started to feel like you just wanted to cry?
Yeah, just anything made me cry. I could be having a great day and then I would start crying. And my friend would say, what's wrong? And I would say, I don't know.
Wow. And about how long ago would you say that this, well actually let's back up. How long have you been dealing with menopause? How many years now?
Probably 5.
About 5.
Yep.
Okay. And then out of that 5 years, how many of those years would you say you started to feel this overwhelming sadness?
At least the first 2. Now it's kind of off and on, but the first 2 years were like rough.
Okay. So I can definitely relate to that. And you know, V, because I shared this with you as I was going through it, but about 2 months ago I went through something very similar. I had never had issues with overwhelming sadness when I first started dealing with menopause symptoms. My symptoms were more of hot flashes and night sweats, and honestly I thought it was because I had a partial hysterectomy, and I thought that's what threw me into menopause, but it was a few years afterwards. So you know, I just kind of felt like, well, that seems odd that it will happen now, but even that's not technically uncommon. But with regards to the sadness, what happened to me was I just started to slowly have feelings of sadness, and I would just kind of brush them off, and I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm just not having a good day, or you know, maybe things are just stressful at work, or just whatever the situation could have been. So when I would have those feelings, they would come and go initially, but then over time it got to a place where I started to feel like, okay, this is happening a lot. It's not here and there. It was happening a lot, and I just couldn't understand it until it got so bad, until literally I had to take some time off of work to address what was going on with me, because the sadness had become unbearable. The crying had become unbearable. And I honestly sought a psychiatrist because I was like, I'm losing my mind. I literally thought I was losing my mind. And I think that's a piece that people don't talk about when it comes to menopause. A lot of the times we hear about the hot flashes, the cold flashes, the night sweats, you know, some irritability, but people don't go into detail about the irritability from the perspective of you literally feel like you're losing it sometimes. So, you know, and because I had never heard of anybody talk about the sadness and death like that, I thought really it was me. And can I just take a break here and say, why is it that the elders in our family, nobody told us about this?
Ooh, girl. Nobody told us. Nobody warned us. But when I was younger, like older women, and I'm like, why is she so angry? But now I know.
Yes, yes.
Mad at the world.
And that's a good point, because I do recall like older women like at my grandmother's church and so forth, and you'll be like, they just mean for no reason, not realizing what's going on. So knowing what you know now, do you feel like menopause has made you be more sympathetic to older people or people, and I say older people, but we ain't old, y'all.
Yes, now I'm like, oh my God, I get it.
Right.
I get it, because I don't want to be that lady. But sometimes I'm angry.
Right. And for no reason.
For no reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, I totally get it. Yeah. So now let's jump into some of the other symptoms, because I don't know about you, but I've been hearing and seeing a lot online where people are actually talking about the menopause smell. Yeah, so you don't have the bad night sweats, right?
I don't.
Okay,
I don't.
So I have the really bad night sweats.
Wow.
Like, there have been instances where I have gotten up in the middle of the night and I actually have to change shirts. I've had shirts lined up on the bottom of my bed where I've had to be like, okay, I'm gonna take off this t-shirt, I'm gonna throw this one on, I'm gonna take off this one and throw it on. So by the time I wake up in the morning, I'm 3 t-shirts down from being drenched at night. And this is after taking a shower. So like, I take my shower, go to bed, and throughout the night I'm changing clothes. And by the time I woke up, I got 3 t-shirts thrown in the floor. They got to go in the washing machine because I done sweat so bad throughout the night. And then the sweat, it's just like a different smell. Yeah, and it freaked me out because I've never been a heavy sweater. Never. And ever since I've been going through menopause, the sweating has been horrific.
That is crazy.
Horrific. I can get on my treadmill and walk. By the time I hit the 30-minute mark, girl, when I tell you the sweat is pouring, I am drenched. It is crazy. So yeah, that's one of the big things that I've had to deal with. So now I'm taking a shower at night before I go to bed, in the morning when I wake up. And then what I've been doing to help that sweaty smell, because I'm telling you, I can take a shower and be sweating by the time I get out the tub. So I start my shower off with warm water, but then I have to actually cool it down, and then bathe myself with alcohol.
Oh my goodness.
So I keep green rubbing alcohol in my bathroom so that after I do my regular warm wash and then my cool wash, then the very last thing I do is just drench my washcloth in alcohol, and then I'm wiping my whole body down with that. Yes, so that's a good thing that you haven't had to deal with that, because that has not been fun in the least.
I'm sure.
Are there any other symptoms for you that you feel like the moodiness? Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the moodiness.
Don't want to date.
Okay. Just because you feel like,
because I might like him today and maybe not tomorrow.
Okay, so very interesting, because I wonder how older people who are going through menopause date that are not on hormone replacement therapy.
I don't know.
Because yes, I definitely can empathize with you on the moodiness, because I'm good today and 2 minutes from now you don't know what you go get. So yeah, it's definitely quite interesting. Is there anything else? Like, do you feel like you had any changes in your appetite, foods that you eat, any of that?
No, but I'm used to having a flat stomach, and I'm struggling now. Yep.
The menopause pooch?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And so we're out here walking because we're trying to keep the weight under control. Yep. So let's talk about the weight, right? So easy to get on, harder to get off?
Harder, yeah.
Okay. And when you say harder to get off, would you say it's harder now than it was maybe when you were in your 40s?
I mean, I would say a few years ago, I could overeat, gain a few pounds, and in a month I could have most of it off. And now I'm like up and down, up and down, up and down.
Okay. So if you had to lose like 10 pounds today, how long would you say it would take you to lose that 10 pounds?
Probably a couple of months.
Yep. So I'm on the same page, because it's like I gained 10 pounds and I'm like, any other time I will be able to get this weight off in a matter of a few weeks. Yeah, actually
10 pounds was nothing.
Right.
But
exactly.
now I'm struggling.
Exactly. Now it takes 2 to 3 months just to get 10 pounds off. Yep. And you know what I'm saying, you ain't overeating, you getting your exercise in, because I see you on Instagram, you can be working the gym out. So is there anything else that you feel like with menopause that has been a game changer for you in your life?
I guess on those emotional days, it affects my career. Some days I just don't want to be bothered, but I'm self-employed, so I have to.
Be bothered, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's taking away your desire to grind?
Sometimes.
Because you've always been kind of in and out of self-employment.
Yeah.
And so you know what the self-employment grind and the hype is like. So you feel like it's kind of diminishing your grind?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And some days I'm fatigued. So I'm not a lazy person, but some days I just don't have the energy to do the things I need to do.
Okay. So for me, going through menopause and then being diagnosed with lupus and Sjogren's and fibromyalgia, fatigue is just a symptom of a lot of those diagnoses, right? And then dealing with menopause and having another thing
On top of
that I have to deal with that's causing fatigue. Like yesterday, it was like a wrap. I had things I had to do yesterday, but I woke up and it was like taking a big exhale from a busy week. And then you have that one day where you know you don't have to go to work. And it took me all day just to be able to get to a place where I have the energy to move. So yesterday was just a rest day for me, and I'm learning that I have to give myself that time now to just one day out of the weekend. It's got to be a R&R. Like I can't go all week and then turn around and go all weekend. It's just too much.
I can't either.
So is there anything else that you would say is like a standout symptom for you?
No, that's it. Fatigue, moodiness, the weight. Because my hot flashes aren't bad. Like at night, sometimes I'll kick the cover off.
Yeah. So do you have the 3 a.m. wake up call? 3 to 3:30 a.m. wake up call?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm like, what is going on? I have to get up in the morning.
Exactly.
But like lately, I've been sleeping through the night, so it's off and on.
Oh, that's good.
And then like last month, I was waking up at 3 or 3:30. But so you just can't call it.
Just to be clear for the audience, so are you on any type of hormone replacement therapy or
No.
doing anything?
No.
So what are you feeling some things that you do to help you manage your symptoms?
So just like walking, exercise helps me. Like a lot of the times I don't feel like exercising, but once I do it, I feel better. Sometimes I take black cohosh. What else? I take ginkgo for my memory.
Okay. Yes.
Yep. And so that's about it. Just trying to do natural stuff.
Okay. Okay. So I'm in the same place. I do a lot of natural stuff too. Now I will say that I have reached out to a menopause specialist because I wanted to know what my options are, because for me the night sweats had gotten really bad and it is making a huge impact on my ability to get the proper rest, and so I feel it the next day. I don't feel like that helps at all with my issue with the fatigue. So I am looking at some other options. None of them ultimately are 100% safe.
Right.
You know, so when you talk about replacement therapy, there's risk with that. If you can't do replacement therapy, then depression medications actually work for menopause, but there's risk with that. So you have to weigh your risk and determine which is going to be the best for you. So one of the things that I learned in that session with the menopause specialist is that when you're talking about replacement therapy, they want to make sure that you are not susceptible or have a family history of blood clots. And so I had to get some special testing done for that, just to make sure that we could rule that out if I decided to go that route. But another thing that we have to also be mindful of is that you don't want to stay on that a long time, right? Because there is a risk of blood clots. We all know there's a risk of cancer. Family dynamics come into play with that. You know, if you have a huge family history of cancer, you may have a higher risk than somebody who doesn't, right? But when you talk about the African American community, how many families don't have some kind of history of cancer?
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where it's like, you're darned if you do, you're darned if you don't, but you're trying to make the best decision so that you can have some peace and comfort in life.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I can say for me that has changed is actually the way that I dress.
Really?
Yes, because all materials don't feel good on my skin anymore.
Really?
Yeah, so like I used to could wear like a nice silk blouse.
Yeah.
I cannot stand the way it feels on my skin. I like to lean toward materials that are more absorbent.
Right.
So I try to stay as close to cotton as I can. But you know, it's hard to find 100% cotton nowadays.
Yeah.
Another thing is I've moved completely away from heels. Like, I can't do heels all the time like I used to. I could throw on me some fly girl, you know what I mean, 3-inch stilettos and keep it popping and moving. Girl, put me in a 3-inch heel now. I'll be walking and leaning to the side like Grandma Bethula. Oh, you go ahead on with your bad self.
I can't.
Girl, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I've moved to a place where comfort is king. I have to be comfortable, whether it be my shoes, my clothes, whatever.
Yeah.
I have to be comfortable. And I've never been like a sneakerhead, but when I tell you,
now you are.
My sneaker game is kicking up. Do you hear me? Because I wear sneakers with so much stuff now.
Right.
And we're getting back into that little trend where wearing sneakers with dresses.
You can wear sneakers with a suit. Yeah.
And honey, I was like, it's menopause season. Thank you. I'm so thankful for that. Yes, absolutely. So I would say those are the biggest things for me that where I can say menopause has really changed my life is like the sweats. Oh, headaches. That's another thing. Yes. I was having really bad headaches. Now I've heard people talk about itching. I don't have this.
I had that one time.
The itching?
And I was like, what is going, like I was itching so bad. And then I went on one of the groups I'm in and somebody else on the menopause group said they were itching. And I was like, that's what that was.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm washing my clothes with the same thing.
Nothing is changing.
And it was like like something was crawling on me.
Yes.
Oh my
yes. Yep, I've read a lot about that. I don't have that issue, but the headaches, woo, the headaches be next level.
Oh my God.
And I did not realize that was a symptom until I just started doing more research and I saw the headaches was a symptom. And the weird thing is it seemed like the headaches always came like when we were having like rain or something like that. And at first I thought, okay, maybe this is because of the barometric pressure.
Right.
And there's a change in pressure. But now I'm seeing more instances where they'll come and go, and it's not always because we're having a rainy day or something like that. I think that there is some connection, right? Even if it's not 100%, I do think that there is a connection there as far as the headaches.
Okay.
So yeah. Whew, it's
that
hard.
should help some people.
Yes, it's hard in these menopause streets, y'all. It's hard. It's hard, but you just keep going and you keep doing the best that you can. Diet and exercise play a key role because you want to make sure that you're eating as clean and healthy as possible. I know I can't do sugar no more.
And when I do it, those symptoms get worse.
Let me tell you what happened to me yesterday. My neighbor was having a housewarming and I was invited and I went over. She cut some cake into like little teeny squares, right? When I tell you, I had hey, how you doing? I had 2 little teeny squares of cake.
Yeah.
Girl, I walked to her house. That's how close she lived to me. By the time I got home, you would have thought somebody threw a bucket of water on me.
Oh my God. So you can't play with sugar at all.
I can't play with sugar at all, honey.
My goodness.
That hot flash came up on me. Girl, I felt like I was in
a sauna.
Worse than a sauna, girl. I felt like I was in a house that was burning up on fire.
Oh my God.
When I say I was hot, I was like, Lord. I had to take a breath. I was like, woo.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, coming home dripping wet. Wow. I was like, okay, no sugar for me. And the crazy part about it is that I know better.
But sometimes you want a treat though.
So I was like, okay, my treat is gonna have to be them walnuts.
Some honey roasted something.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So I can't do sugar and I cannot do any kind of alcohol. If I taste wine, the minute it touched my tongue, girl,
I didn't know that.
The minute it hit my tongue, I can feel the fire brewing up in me, ready to come right out my head. Have you seen that clip on social media where it was this lady at a baseball, at some kind of game? I don't know if it was at like a child or a grandchild's football game at school or something, and she was sitting there eating and you could see like the smoke coming out her head.
No. No, but I understand.
Girl, that's how I be feeling.
Oh my God.
That's how I feel when I do sugar and when I do wine.
Wow.
It's wild. It's crazy. And I'm just like, I know better. I had no business doing it. I wanted a piece of that cake so doggone bad.
Oh my God. And I know it was good.
It was good. It was. It was. But yeah, it tore my tail up.
Wow.
I was like, okay, will not do that again.
Right.
Ever. So yeah, it's a huge diet change for me. I literally cannot eat carbs without it being a huge sacrifice. Like if I eat anything carbs, I'm gaining 10 pounds.
Yeah,
Just looking at it, it's like, and I even tested it because I wanted to make sure that it was like not just what I was thinking, but what I knew for sure. So I pulled back from carbs.
Right.
The weight started to come off, but the minute I started back like eating, you know, Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Who I want a piece of that bread, right? With some of that good honey butter.
It's like, nope. Can't do it.
You can eat it if you want, but if you dropped 5 pounds over a 3 or 4 week period, you best believe the minute I eat that bread,
it's back.
My butt gonna be a little bit heavier.
Yep.
And it is no fun.
I agree.
No fun to have to continue to walk like this
on a regular basis
because you ate a piece of bread.
Right.
So yeah, all crazy. But Miss V, thank you so much for just walking and talking about some of the different issues that you have experienced or symptoms that you've experienced with menopause. And I hope that all those that are looking at this video today, if you're having any of these symptoms, that you can find the thing that works for you, because no two people are the same. What works for some people may not work for others. One example of that would be for me, black cohosh made me sweat more. I took one of those, and the way that I was sweating, honey, I threw the whole bottle in the trash. Yes ma'am. Can't do it. But there are some things that I feel like have helped. Not stopped it, but have helped me. And one of them is, it's this cream that I bought from Amazon, and I dropped the link to it below. But you actually put it on your wrist, your breast, or your neck in the morning, and then in the evening you put it on your inner thighs, and you just have to switch up. And I felt that has helped a lot with the sweating. It doesn't take it away completely,
but it helps.
But it does help a lot with the sweating. So that's been a huge thing for me. And then again, I take a multivitamin every day. I'm making sure that I'm eating clean. I try to keep my diet to fruits, vegetables, and lean meats. Really making sure that the things that I eat are things that can be hunted or grown, one of the two. So if God ain't put it on a tree or it can't come up out the ground, I need to leave it alone, because it don't work for me nowadays. I can't do what I did when I was in my 30s. So those days are over. But thank you for your time, Miss V.
You're welcome. Bye.